Good morning, all of you. Chapter 1, Solid State. Gene session exercise number 5 we are going to do today. Now in exercise number 1, 2, 3 and 4, the majority of the topics of this chapter we have already taken. जैसे कि density based MCQ, then packing efficiency related MCQ, then what is the formula of a compound. On that basis we have taken the MCQ. So the majority of the topics which are asked in the GNIT session, such topic based MCQ we have taken it already. Now as we have few time still, so because of that I'm taking the few NCERT textbook based MCQ, okay, which might be help you in Gujket or in the board examination. Or if sometime there are few MCQs which are quite easy, okay, suppose in a 45 number of MCQs in NEET, if we are talking about, then out of this 45 there were few questions which will be quite easy. So in that also might be this will help you. Okay, so for the same, let's get started the exercise number 5. Question number 1, that is, which one of the following is a good conductor of electricity? Which one of the following is a good conductor of electricity? There are four options what they have given: diamond, graphite, silicon and amorphous carbon. MPPMT 1994, AFMC 2002, they have asked this question. Okay, so diamond is there, graphite, silicon, amorphous carbon. In this diamond, silicon, amorphous carbon, they are non-conductor of electricity, whereas option B, graphite, is a good conductor of electricity, and this is the correct answer. Option B, graphite, is the correct answer. Question number 2, a crystalline solid is blank. Kerala Cat, okay, 2003, they have asked this question. Once again, crystalline solid changes arbitrarily from solid to liquid when heated, has no definite melting point, softens slowly, and none of the above. There are four options they have given. Okay, so here in this case, crystalline solid, which kind of material they are, what property they possess. Okay, so the answer A, changes arbitrarily from the solid to liquid when they are heated, okay, as correct answer. Then question number 3, diamond is an example of MPPT PMT 1998, CET Pune 1998, they have asked this question. Diamond is an example of what? And there are four options what they have mentioned: solid with hydrogen bonding, then option B, electrovalent solid, option C, covalent solid, and option D, glass. So diamond is example of which of these? Solid with hydrogen bonding, electrovalent solid, covalent solid, or glass? So this is very straightforward MCQ. Option C, covalent solid is the correct answer of it. Diamond is a covalent solid in which constituent particles are atoms. Okay. So this was the question number 3. Let's move forward. Question number 4. The solid is bad conductor of electricity. Since NaCl, solid is a bad conductor of electricity since NaCl aims 1980 they have asked this question. There are 4 options they have given. In solid NaCl, there are no ions. Ions are not available in solid NaCl, they are saying. Then option B, solid NaCl is covalent. It is the covalent they are saying. Then option C, in solid NaCl, there is no velocity of ions. Velocity of ions are not available. Then option D, in solid NaCl, there are no electrons. Okay. So here if you see, solid NaCl is a bad conductor of electricity because ions are not free to move. If ions are not free to move, then they will not able to conduct the electricity. Okay. So your option C, in solid NaCl, there is no velocity of ions. Okay. That is the correct answer for question number 4. Option C, in solid NaCl, there is no velocity of ions. Okay. Then question number 5. The existence of a substance is more than one solid modification is known as, or any compound having more than two crystal structure is called. Once again, the existence of a substance more than one solid modification is known as, means they possess or it possess more than one modifications in a crystalline structure. Or else you can ask in this way also, any compound having more than one crystal structure is called. Okay, there are 4 options they have given. Polymorphism, then second option they have given, that is isomorphism. Okay, third option they have given, that is allotropy. Okay, fourth option they have given, that is enantiomorphism. Okay, so polymorphism, isomorphism, allotropy, or enantiomorphism, sorry. So the option A, that is the existence of a substance in the more than one crystal form, is known as an polymorphism. This is a definition of polymorphism. Okay, straightforward, directly they have asked the question in MPPMT 1993, MPPET in 1999. Okay, so very straightforward, directly they have asked this question. Okay, now, so option A, polymorphism, is the correct answer for question number 5. Okay. Now, question number 6, which is not a property of solids. Not a property of solids. Okay. MPPET 1995, they have asked this question. Not a property. Okay. Keep in mind, here they have asked for not a property. Okay. प्रॉपर्टी की बात कर रहे हैं पर नहीं हो ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी हमें चूज करनी है. ओके, सो ऑप्शन ए, सॉलिड्स आर ऑलवेज crystalline in nature. Solids are always crystalline in nature. Then option B, solids have high density and low compressibility. Okay, then option C, the diffusion of solid is very slow. And option D, solids have definite volume. Okay, see here they ask the question that is not a property. Okay, मतलब कि इसमें से सॉलिड की प्रॉपर्टी ना हो ऐसी हमें चूज करनी है. ठीक है, सो ऑप्शन ए, सॉलिड्स आर ऑलवेज क्रिस्टलाइन इन नेचर. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है भाई, इट मे बी एमोर्फस आल्सो, वो नॉन क्रिस्टलाइन भी हो सकते. So option A is the correct answer for the question number 6. Remaining property B, C and D, these all three properties solid they possess, उनके पास तो ये प्रॉपर्टी होती है. ओके, so option A, solids are always crystalline in nature, is the incorrect. Okay, for the property of solids, that's why it is the correct answer for it. Okay, now question number 7, which solid will have the weakest intermolecular forces? Which solid will have the weakest intermolecular forces? Ice, phosphorus, naphthalene, sodium chloride. There are four options they have mentioned: ice, phosphorus, naphthalene, and sodium chloride. So here the question they have asked, which solid will have the weakest intermolecular forces? Ice has the lowest melting point out of the given solid: phosphorus, naphthalene, and sodium chloride. Hence, it has the weakest intermolecular forces. So, low melting point is of ice. Because of that, we can say that the ice will have the weakest intermolecular forces as compared to the phosphorus, naphthalene, and sodium chloride. Okay. So, answer A, ice, is the correct answer for the question number 7. Then question number 8. Which of the following is an example of metallic crystal solid? Metallic crystal solid. Four options they have mentioned it. Okay. Carbon, silicon, W means tungsten, and AgCl, that is silver chloride. Which of the following is an example of metallic crystal solid? Okay. Carbon, silicon, tungsten, and silver chloride. See, all the metals and some alloys are the metallic crystal. Okay. So here, option C, W, that is tungsten, is the correct answer. Okay, for the question number 8. Okay, tungsten is an example of a metal. Okay, so it is a metallic crystal solid. Okay. Question number 9. To get a N-type semiconductor, the impurity to be added to silicon should have which of the following number of valence electron? When you wanted to prepare N type of semiconductor, okay, in a silicon, when we are doing the doping, okay, then doping of which material we have to do according to the number of valence electron. कैसा मटेरियल हमें चूज करना है, ओके, और वो मटेरियल में कितने वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन होने चाहिए. ओके, that is they have asked in the question. KCAT in engineering they have asked this question. Okay, so four options they have given. Option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 5. So 1, 2, 3 and 5. So correct answer is option D 5. How? For N type of impurity, when it is added to the silicon, should have more than 4 valence electron. 4 से ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए भाई. Okay, then one of the electron, see, when we are adding the 5, okay, 5 valence electron, so 4 valence electron will be satisfied with the silicon. Okay, so one electron will be remaining, and this one electron is going to help N type of semiconductor to conduct the electricity. Okay, so question number 9, option D 5 is the correct answer. Okay, now question number 10. The luster of metal is due to, when I was explaining the theory portion, okay, at that time I said you this question can be asked in a MCQ. Okay, the AFMC 1998 they have asked this question. Okay, the luster of metal is due to, why the metal is having the luster, what is the reason behind that? It's high density, it's high polishing, its chemical inertness, the presence of free electrons. Once again, its high density, because of that it possesses luster. It's high polishing. Because of that, it possesses luster, its chemical inertness, or else the presence of free electrons. These even you can also imagine. Okay, this is very easy question. Okay, the answer D, the presence of free electrons. The presence of free electrons, okay, will provide the luster to the metal. Then question number 11, okay, which is on the display of you, that is which one of the following metal oxides is antiferromagnetic in nature. Antiferromagnetic in nature. Now first of all, you should be aware about the antiferromagnetic means what. So for the antiferromagnetic in a theory, in a magnetic properties, last topic it was, okay, MPPET 2002, we have done this. Okay, they have asked this question, sorry. Okay, MPPET 2002. So option A, MnO2, option B, TiO2, option C, VO2, and option D, CrO2. Even in the textbook, the antiferromagnetic paragraph, at the last they have given the examples. In that also they have been listed. Okay, so here antiferromagnetic substance is option A, MnO2, manganese dioxide is an example of antiferromagnetic. Okay, so the correct option for question number 11 is option A, MnO2 is the correct answer. Okay, then question number 12, in graphite, carbon atoms are joined together due to how carbon atoms are joined in case of the structure of graphite, the covalent or the network solid. In that topic, they have given the diagram of diamond as well as the graphite also in NCERT. AFMC 2002, they have asked this question. There are four options they have given. Option A, ionic bonding. Because of that, the carbon is joined in case of graphite. Option B, van der Waals forces or van der Waals interaction. Because of that, they are joining. Option C, metallic bonding. And option D, it is covalent bonding. See, the topic it was covalent or network solid. Okay, the types of compound solid. Okay, so in that case, the covalent or network solid, this was the topic. In this topic only, they have given the graphite as well as the diamond. Okay, so when the title is covalent or network solid, at that time, the option D, that is covalent bonding. Why they have given the name covalent? Because where the sharing of an electron will be taking place. So graphite is hybridized and a covalent crystal, and sp2 hybridization will be taking place. Okay, so covalent bonding is the correct answer. Okay, then question number 13, which of the following is a molecular crystal? Which of the following is a molecular crystal? SiC, that is silicon carbide, NaCl, as we all know about the name of it, then graphite, and at the last ice. Which of the following is a molecular crystal it is? So the correct option is option D, ice. Ice is a molecular crystal in which the constituent units are molecules and the interparticle forces are hydrogen bonding. Okay, so the D option, ice, is the correct answer for question number 13. Okay, now question number 14, which is on your display. Quartz is a crystalline variety of quartz is a crystalline variety of blank. PBPMT 2000, they have asked this question. Once again, the question: quartz is a crystalline variety of, option A silica, option B sodium silicate, option C silicon carbide, option D silicon. Don't be confused with the silica and silicon. Silicon is quite different and silica is quite different. Okay, so here the option A silica is the correct answer. Quartz is a covalent crystal having a framework of silicates or silica, that is three-dimensional network when all the four oxygen atoms of each SiO4 tetrahedron are said. So option A silica is the correct answer. Okay, then क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 और आज का लास्ट क्वेश्चन, एक्सरसाइज नंबर 5 जीनिट सेशन का लास्ट क्वेश्चन. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ कोवेलेंट क्रिस्टल सॉलिड? कोवेलेंट क्रिस्टल सॉलिड, सिलिकॉन, NaF दैट इज सोडियम क्लोराइड, एल्यूमिनियम और आर्गन. आगे के क्वेश्चन में ये आंसर आ गया था. ठीक है, सिलिकॉन. So option A silicon, okay, is a covalent crystal in which the constituent particles are and atoms. Okay, so this is what the questions of today. Okay, we have done question number 1 to 15. 1 से 15 क्वेश्चंस आज हमने किए, जिसमें मैंने स्टार्टिंग में भी आपको बोला था that the majority of the topics of this chapter for GNEET session, okay, based on that all the MCQs we have covered, okay, in exercise 1 2 3 and 4. Now whatever there are few NCERT line to line MCQs are there, such MCQs we are trying to take it. Okay, so sometime such easiest MCQ also can be asked, so for the same also we need to be ready. Even these MCQs can help you for Gujket examination as well as for board examination if MCQs are there then. Okay, for your pattern we are not aware yet. Okay, what would be the pattern? Either 50 MCQ, 50 theory. Okay, lastly means current 12th standard. Okay, the 12th standard who got passed, okay, they were having the pattern of 50 MCQ and 50 theory. Now for you people, what would be the pattern? Okay, from the board side we have not get the any message yet. Okay, so we have to be ready for subjective also and for objective also. Okay, so both the types of practice you should be aware. Okay, so see PDF in that case. Okay, generally PDF I am not preparing. Okay, just for the sample only, one exercise PDF I have forwarded. Okay, that's all. Thank you, have a nice day.